Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here's your latest integral of the day. We have indefinite integral of 1 over x cubed minus 1 dx. So if you want a hint, you need to factor the denominator and then find the partial fraction decomposition for the integrand. And the solution is super straightforward, but I just feel like this integral looks a lot more harmless than it turns out to be. It's just a tedious process. So here we go. I'm going to factor the denominator, which is a difference of cubes. So that's going to factor into x minus 1 times x squared plus x plus 1. So x minus 1, that's a linear factor. I'm just going to have a over x minus 1. And then x squared plus x plus 1, that is an irreducible quadratic. So we need bx plus c up top. Good? Okay, then we multiply everything by the LCD, which is x minus 1, x squared plus x plus 1. And then we're left with 1 equals a times x squared plus x plus 1 plus bx plus c times x minus 1. All right, I'm going to distribute everything out and then solve for a, b, and c. So this is ax squared plus ax plus a plus bx squared minus bx plus cx minus 1. Good? All right, so let's equate the coefficients of like terms on both sides of the equation. There are no x squared terms on the left-hand side, so 0 must equal a plus b. X to the first, again, I don't see any on the left, so that has to equal a minus b plus c. And then x to the 0, my constant term, I have 1 equals, guys, what in the world? Why did I write a 1? This should be a c. Are you yelling at me through the screen? So sorry. So 1 equals, very good, a minus c. All right, so easiest thing I think is, let me solve for b here. B equals opposite of a, and then I'm going to just substitute that in right there. So we'll have 0 equals a minus negative a is going to be a plus a, so that's 2a plus c. And then just scoot this one over. Oh, it's going to be such a beautiful little elimination problem. So 1 equals 3a. A is a third. Since b is negative a, then that means b is negative 1/3. All that's left is c. You can just come right here. C is equal to a minus 1, and then a is 1/3. So c is negative 2/3, and we are done. We have solved for the constants. So now I'm going to go back, rewrite the integrand using the decomposition that we found, and then we'll think about how we're going to integrate this. So we have now a, which is 1/3 over x minus 1, plus b, which was negative 1/3 x, plus c, negative 2/3 over x squared plus x plus 1 dx. Okay, a couple things just to make life easier. I'm going to take a 1/3 out of the entire integral so we don't have so many fractions to deal with. Then I just have 1 over x minus 1. Let me take this negative out also from the next term, and then you have x plus 2 over x squared plus x plus 1 dx. How are we doing? Good? Okay, now how to proceed. We've solved several integrals that are algorithmically equivalent to this one prior. So that's kind of how I know what the next few steps are going to be. This is an irreducible quadratic. I'm going to complete the square. I'm going to set myself up to do a u sub, and I'm going to have to split this into 2 parts and play around with this constant here so that the u sub works out nicely. So in the end, I'm going to have 3 little baby integrals that I'm going to solve, but I'm not going to split it up just yet. I want to complete the square first, see what u sub I need so I know how to play around with this too. If you've never done this before, then just follow along, and like I said, once you've done it a few times, you'll recognize it. So here we've got, let me just keep rewriting everything so we don't lose track. 1/3 integral 1 over x minus 1 minus, And then if I complete the square in the denominator, I'm going to have x plus 1/2 quantity squared plus 3 over 4, yes? So how did I do that? You take the coefficient on x, cut it in half, and then square it. So you would need a 1/4 to make it a perfect square trinomial, and I stole it from the 1, so it became a 3/4. Very good. X plus 2 dx. Okay, now, basically what I want to do is do a u sub and have u be the entire denominator, x plus 1/2 squared plus 3/4. And then du would be 2 times x plus 1/2 dx, very good, which means 1/2 du would be x plus 1/2 dx. So what I want is to have x plus 1/2 in my numerator. Right now I have x plus 2. So we're going to adjust it. A couple ways you can do that. You could think of 2 as exactly 1/2 plus 3/2. So let's do that. So I have 1 over x minus 1 minus x plus 1/2 plus 3/2. There's my 2 over x plus 1/2 squared plus 3/4 dx for everybody. Now only this x plus 1/2 is going to be used for the u sub. So I'm going to split it up and write this 3/2 separately over the denominator. And then we'll be ready to have our 3 integrals. That minus sign also gets carried with it, so be careful. 1 over x minus 1 minus x plus 1/2 over x plus 1/2 squared plus 3/4 minus, good, 3/2 over x plus 1/2 squared plus 3/4 dx. Good? And then here you have them. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. And let's just knock it out one at a time. I will deal with the 1/3 and the minus signs at the end when I put it all together, okay? So integral number 1, 1 over x minus 1 dx. This is the most relaxing thing we've done this whole problem. Antiderivative is just natural log absolute value, x minus 1 plus c1. Good. Integral number 2. We have x plus 1/2 over x plus 1/2 quantity squared plus 3/4 dx. Do you remember we set it all up so that this would just be the most gorgeous little u sub? So u is the entire denominator. Let me just copy it. Maybe you won't remember. I don't know if most of you, do you do the problem on the side? I know some of you do it ahead of time and then watch the solution. Okay. So all of this, x plus 1/2 dx is just 1/2 du. Put the 1/2 outside, du up here. And then the entire denominator, all of this is just u. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So then this is 1/2 natural log absolute value of u plus c2. And then this is 1/2 natural log absolute value x plus 1/2 squared plus 3/4 plus c2. But I'm not going to leave it like this in our final answer. We completed the square just to help us with the integration, but it looks kind of ugly. So remember, before we completed the square, it was just x squared plus x plus 1. And yes, I switched to parentheses because that's an irreducible quadratic. It's never going to be negative. All right, last one, integral number 3. We've got 3/2 over x plus 1/2 quantity squared plus, it's 3/4, but I'm going to write it as, are you ready? We're at 3 over 2 quantity squared dx. Because I want you to recall when you have integral of 1 over x squared plus a squared dx, it's 1 over a tan inverse x over a plus c. So this is our A, rad 3 over 2. Okay, and then the 3/2 is just going to come along for the ride. So 3/2, you're hanging out there. I need 1 over A out front, right here. 1 over A, so that's the reciprocal of rad 3 over 2, which is 2 over rad 3. And then I have tan inverse. I don't just have plain old x, I have x plus 1/2 over A, rad 3 over 2, plus C3. And then let's clean up a bit more. So these 2's cancel. 3 divided by rad 3 is just rad 3 tan inverse. This 2 flips up to the numerator, and if I distribute it through now, it's 2x plus 1 over rad 3. Leave it down there, it's fine, plus C3. Hooray! Okay, now we can put it all together. So remember we have that 1/3 sitting out front, bringing it back. The first antiderivative was ln absolute value x minus 1. The second one I'm going to add a minus sign in front of, and we have ln x squared plus x plus 1 minus this last one, rad 3 tan inverse 2x plus 1 over rad 3. And then plus C, where this final C is C1 plus C2 plus C3 times 1/3, isn't it? It's actually, no, I'm lying, because we did minus the second 2 integrals. Let's be precise. My differential equations professor was so particular that it's forever ingrained in me. Okay, perfect. Then let's see if we can further simplify. Indeed I can, because I can distribute this 1/3 through and clean up. So now we've got 1/3 ln absolute value x minus 1 minus, this is now 1/6 ln x squared plus x plus 1 minus rad 3 over 3. You could leave it like that, but we're just in this whole vibe of not rationalizing denominators, so let's keep it going. 1 over rad 3 tan inverse 2x plus 1 over rad 3 plus c. Beautiful. And yes, it's true. As you move further through your calculus career, rationalizing denominators is not necessary the way it was when, when you're just an innocent little algebra student. Maybe we'll have a discussion on that one day. Why do we rationalize denominators and why is it unnecessary later on? But anyways, that's a whole nother topic. Did you get it right? How difficult do you think this one was? It was super straightforward. No twists or tricks, just tedious. And then if you hadn't seen that whole completing the square, u sub, play around with the constant maneuver before, then that obviously would be challenging. But if you've done enough of these integrals and you've been following along, you probably blazed through this no problem at all. So anyways, that's it for this video. I have so much new content coming because I'm working on a whole new video lecture series, Algebra Review for the Calculus Student. I already have the first 2 videos done. It's going to be a semester-long project that I'm working on. And then the business calculus video lectures are almost done. More integral of the day, more series of the day coming your way. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Math with Professor V. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll be back sooner than later. Bye, guys.